Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So in today's video we are going to discuss about problem number 9 from the exercise of trigonometry and measurement chapter. The question says that a man is standing on a tower at the bank of the sea. Okay, so you can see that a tiny man is standing at the top of a tower, okay, which is at the bank of a sea. This is the sea. Okay, observe that a ship was coming towards the port. So let us consider this one to be the initial position of the ship. Okay, it is coming towards the port. At that time the depression angle of the ship was 30 degree. So as this is the initial position, for this the angle of depression, okay, we know that from the horizon when we are going when the angle is formed in the downward direction, that time it is called angle of depression, right? Now a few moments later the depression angle became 45 degrees. So the ship was moving and it came closer to the port, so the angle kept on increasing. Now this position is forming an angle of depression of 45 degree with the horizon, right? Now if the height of the tower was 50 meter, that is this height was 50 meter, then how far did the ship cross during that time? So this is the initial position of the ship, this is the final position of the ship, so how far did it cross? Okay, so if I want to show it in a 2D diagram, then how we can show? Let us say this line, this white line that we have here represents this tower, okay, and this point is the initial position of the ship. So let us start naming them. Till now we have been solving all the problem using ABC. Let us try out something different. Let us say this is P and this is Q. So PQ is the tower now, and R, it is the initial position of the ship. Okay, now at this position the angle of, not elevation, remember, if it was angle of elevation then we would have shown the angle here, but it is saying angle of depression. For that we know that we have to draw a line parallel to the ground, right? That is the horizon. So from the horizon the angle will be formed in the downward direction. That time it is called angle of depression, and the angle of depression in the first case it is 30 degree. Okay, and we got to know that the ship was moving. So this is the initial position of the ship and it is moving towards the port. Okay, this is the port. So as it is moving, let us consider that the ship is now at this position. So let us say PQR, okay, S, this new position is S, okay, and at that position the angle of depression, it is 45 degree. So let me just make a little bit of a space to write it. So let us say this is 30 degree, and this angle, okay, it's not a total curve, but you can understand. So this angle is now 45 degree. Interestingly, if this angle is 30 degree, then this angle is also going to be 30 degree, because they are alternate angle. And if this angle is 45 degree, then with this line here the angle that is formed, this will also be 45 degree. Again, the reason is they are alternate angle between two parallel line. If there is an intersection, then on the angle formed on the opposite side are called alternate angle. This is a basic that you might have learned in grade 7 or grade 8 most probably. Okay, okay, now they said that how far does the ship move during this time. So the initial position was R, the final position is S, so we need to find out RS. Okay, now look at that. If I take QR, okay, this can be divided into two parts, that is RS and SQ. So RS plus SQ, it gives us RQ, right? From R to S, then S to Q, so in total it is R to Q. We need to find out RS. So RS equal to, we can write RQ minus SQ. Okay, so we need the value of RQ, we need the value of SQ. So if I put the value here, then we can easily find out the value, right? So for our convenience, what we will do, we will draw the two right angle triangle that you can see here. One right angle triangle is this one, that is PSQ, okay, this is 90 degree, and the other one is the bigger one, that is PRQ, Okay, one is PSQ, another one is PRQ. These are the two right angle triangle we have here, so we will draw them separately. So let us say this one is the smaller one, so PSQ. Okay, this is the one we drew here, and this is 45-degree, and they said that the tower is 50-meter height, right? So 50-meter we can write here, and also here we can write 50 meter. And then this is the same tower, right? PQR this time. So P, this is Q, this is R, right? So again, this is 90-degree, this is 90-degree, and for the bigger angle, bigger triangle, the angle is 30-degree. Okay. Now from this triangle we will try to find out SQ, and from this triangle we will try to find out RQ. So RQ and SQ, if I find out the value and put in this equation, then we can easily find out the value of RS, that is our desired quantity, right? Okay, so we will start by writing a little bit of description. Okay, at first definitely we are not going to write this. Okay, this is just for your understanding that I wrote. Okay, so how we need to start? We will start by giving the description, like let PQ be the tower and R is the initial position. R is the initial position of the ship. Okay, so PQ, that is height of the tower, it is equal to 50-meter, and at the initial position the angle of depression that is formed so to mention that it is angle of depression, we need a point here also. So PQRS, let us mention this one as T. So TPR will be 30-degree. Angle TPR is equal to 30-degree. And interestingly, as I already mentioned, that this is 30-degree, so this will also be 30-degree. So that is PRQ. We will mention it here also, PRQ. Okay, and then the ship moved to position S. Okay, so it came here. So at that point the angle of depression, that is TPS this time. Okay, so angle TPS is equal to according to the figure it is 45-degree, and we know that this angle will also be 45-degree, that is PSQ. So that is equal to angle PSQ. So it gives the explanation why did you write 45 and 30 here, even though in the question it's not said. In the question these angles are given, so from this we can write this also. And just to be safe, you can write or mention that they are alternate angle. If you write this, then there will be no opportunity for the teacher to deduct your mark, right? So better to mention this alternate angle here also. Okay, so kindly write it alternate angle here. Now the description has been given, and we can now continue with our calculation, right? So for the smaller triangle, okay, see, we know the opposite, right? For 45-degree this is opposite, and adjacent SQ, it is something that we have to find out. So oppo by adjacent, definitely we have 10. And if you remember in the previous video I have mentioned that whenever there is two triangle involved, in most of the time we will use tan theta twice. Okay, that is the technique. So in triangle, let me use a little bit of different color. In triangle PSQ, okay, we can write 10 45-degree equal to opposite is PQ and adjacent is SQ. So PQ by SQ. Now tan 45 has a value of 1, so it is equal to PQ is 50. As you can see, PQ is 50, and divided by SQ, this is what we have to find out. So if I cross multiply, 1 into SQ is SQ, so that is equal to 50 meter as well. Okay, So now we found out the value of SQ. We need to find out RQ now. So again we will apply tan theta in this triangle, now in this bigger triangle. Okay. So in triangle, now this triangle is PRQ. PRQ. Tan, which angle? Tan 30 degree now. So tan 30 degree will be equal to, the opposite is still PQ. PQ divided by adjacent is RQ. So tan 30 has a value of 1 divided by root 3 equal to PQ is 50 and then RQ is unknown. So if I do the cross multiplication, 1 into RQ, that will give us RQ, then root 3 into 50 gives us 50 root 3 meter. So we have found out the value of, RQ and SQ. And a little bit ago we saw that if I want to find out RS, I have to subtract SQ from RQ, right? Okay. Continuing our calculation, RS, let me just write it again. RS plus SQ. RS plus SQ is equal to RQ. So RS equal to RQ. Yeah, SQ is positive, so if I change the side, it will be negative, right? Then RS is something we have to find out. Then RQ, it is 50 root 3. So 50 root over 3. Then subtract SQ. How much is SQ? It is 50. So now you can do it, do the calculation in the calculator, and you will get the value of RS. I believe if you do the calculation in the calculator, then it will be 36.6 meter, 36.6 meter approximately. Approx. Okay. So that's how the shape moved. It was at R and then it came to S. Okay. So how much it moved? It moved 36.6 meter. I hope that was clear. If you have any doubt, kindly let me know in the comment section. Okay. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.